Yes, Ray, you were saying something.
Well, hold on. Can I interject something here? I am not speaking for the U.S. government. I'm a journalist and an analyst of the situation, but I've seen this happen enough times with various governments to know how this government acts, how it acts in concert with governments around the world. Obviously, there was a concern when the riots happened in Gujarat about ethnic and sectarian tensions, and those considerations were real. But when you compare those to the realities between two major world trading partners, the United States and India, a trade relationship that only gets stronger every year, you can't throw out all of that for the sake of the other things. And that's what happens with governments all over the place.
I'll tell you,
States.
You see, Ray, I wish America was an honest country. Now, America made this whole highfalutin notion saying we have looked at the National Human Rights Report in India, we cannot accept it, so many people have been killed. I mean, where was America when 1984 happened and Sanjay Jha was Rajiv Gandhi denied an American visa after the 1984 riots?
Well, you know...
No, 1 minute. Was Rajiv Gandhi denied 2,733 Sikhs?
No, he wasn't.
No, 2,733 Sikhs.
Well, let me tell you the difference.
Do not... No, 1 second. Sanjay, I am sure you can listen to the question, please. Please listen to the question. 2,733 Sikhs were killed on the streets of Delhi in 1984. You should have realized the very fact that if you call Gujarat a genocide, then in that case the anti-Sikh killings were also a genocide. If this was a communal riot, that was a communal riot. The very fact that America never asked Rajiv Gandhi for any explanation. In fact, America gave Rajiv Gandhi a red carpet welcome when he went there and he addressed the US Congress and he said, I have a dream. It allowed him a complete red carpet welcome into the United States. You never asked that question at that point of time. You didn't. Even tonight you will not ask. Neither will Madhukar Jaitley ask.
Arnab, just give me
neither. You say, all of you say. Sanjay. Sanjay.
Give me 30 seconds.
The fundamental difference was that Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister
of India.
No, 1 second, Sanjay. You answer when I let you. I am asking Madhukar Jaitley tonight.
Arnab, give me a chance.
I am asking Madhukar Jaitley and Sunil Alagh and then opening the debate.
Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, as the Prime Minister of India, was on the streets of Delhi in the night of the October 31st, moving all over the city, trying to stop the riots and trying to stop the violence. That's the difference.
Yeah, right.
Right. I also have heard enough.
The army didn't come for 72 hours.
Anyway,
the army didn't come for 72 hours, Sanjay. Let's not get into that stale debate. Let's not get into that stale debate. Sanjay, you can shout, but it is not over yet.
And the Chief Minister allowed the violence to continue. And a Maya Kodnani, who's been convicted for murder, who was in his cabinet that he tried to protect, and a police bureaucracy that languishes in jail. Mr. Rajiv Gandhi fought to stop the violence on the roads, and that's the reason. No, 1 minute, Arnab, you've got to know the facts.
The fact is that Mr. Rajiv Gandhi and the Congress party never let the truth come out of the 84 riots, Sanjay.
But he was instrumental in stopping the violence.
Yes.
He was instrumental
and we were all born yesterday.
And why don't you give the same credit to Mr. Modi? Even he had taken over just as the Chief Minister.
Come on, Sanjay. Please, first of all, please remember one thing. None of us were born yesterday. We know what happened in 1984. We know when the army came out.
None of us
we know the charges against HKL Bhagat. We know the charges against Sajjan Kumar. We know the charges against Jagdish Gaikwad. And I think it is very bad to try and keep interrupting Sanjay Jha when you don't want to hear the inconvenient truth. The strategy of the Congress party on national television cannot be.
When a big tree falls, the earth around it shakes. This is what Mr. Rajiv Gandhi said. For 72 hours, marauding goons
that speech was said after 19
hundreds
days.
of people. In all by-lanes in Trilokpuri, the RDF was there, must have been on a siesta, and nobody in authority was coming out. And then you have the gall to come and compare this.
I'm going across to
who found the
Sunil Alagh,
the 18-mile, 3-week incursion into the Dipsang Valley in Ladakh, a pimple on a beautiful skin. Today is recalling the Holocaust, in which 6 million people were killed. You've taken leave of your senses.
Mr. Puri, the problem is, you see, I'll just tell you, before I go to Sunil Alagh and Madhukar Jaitley, the problem is, the British left us in 1947. We became a republic But yet, even now, so many years after independence, we have this damn colonial hangover, you know. We want ratification. And today the Congress party can be accused of wanting ratification from America. That's the whole issue. It wanted America to ratify, put a seal. Please let me complete. You wanted a seal put out there. You wanted a seal put out there that Narendra Modi is persona non grata. You denigrated your own court. You denigrated your judicial, your criminal justice system.
Who ran for cover like a coward.
Sanjay Jha. 1 second.
Come on, Arnab.
Sunil Alagh, Sunil Alagh, please. Sunil Alagh. Sunil Alagh, 1 second. Sunil Alagh, please.
Sunil Alagh, in 1984 they wanted technical assistance from the United Kingdom.
Sunil Alagh, please. Let's get him on board.
In 1984 they got
can I just now, okay, forget about
United Kingdom.
Right,
and now they want certification from the United States.
Can we just
confidence in yourself?
Can we just stop this? All right, now can we just stop the 2002 and the 1984 debate for a while? I think what Pavan began saying was the key issue. It's very embarrassing when India itself, forget about Mr. Modi, do we have any respect for the position of a chief minister? Do we have any respect for the position of a prime minister? If India itself is trying to tell the world, don't call my prime minister to me, don't call my chief minister, what are we doing to the world? As far as I'm concerned, regardless of what the United States wants to do, we have to look at it whether, in fact, Dr. Manmohan Singh, when Gujarat Chief Minister was not allowed, he should have put his foot down. Has Dr. Manmohan Singh stopped meeting Modi? No. Why? Because he respects the position of a Chief Minister. He calls him for all the meeting with the Chief Ministers. How on earth are we talking about what America thinks? We should defend the position of a Prime Minister if he is elected. And we should tell a government to buzz off if they don't want to meet him.
Which is why I find it shocking.
Don't want to meet our chief minister.
No,
that is the debate. Which is why I found Salman talking about double standards.
I found Salman Khurshid's comments shocking.
Yeah, because
Salman Khurshid says, almost pleading to America, Salman Khurshid says
that please don't
Salman
call
Khurshid
my Prime Minister to be.
Can people who were affected put all this behind them? What was Mayaben Kodnani doing? She wasn't prosecuted for giving flowers. Has anybody from the Modi government ever taken responsibility for what has happened? And Salman Khurshid cannot argue tomorrow that he's speaking out of context. He is speaking in the context of the American ambassador meeting Narendra Modi. If the foreign minister of India, with the greatest of respect, has this much respect for India's own institutions, that he goes almost complaining to Washington that why have you reconsidered your position, that I think the foreign minister of India owes an explanation to the people of this country. My question is to Madhukar Jaitley. Madhukar Jaitley.
Arnab, this is not the first time that Mr.
I think the foreign minister of India needs.
He already said that we will show him blood.
One last point. Arnab, that means we ourselves don't have any respect for our Supreme Court. At least America is saying if he's not been convicted, Mr. Modi has said, let any court convict me, I will go to jail.
Yeah.
What are we screaming about? No, Supreme Court has not convicted him. The world is saying if the courts haven't convicted him, what's the problem? And America has not stopped. No, even after Tiananmen Square, you're talking about double standard. Did they stop calling the Chinese Prime Minister?
The problem is
about Rajiv Gandhi.
Mr. Alagh,
do not do this.
Mr. Alagh,
and please learn to respect our position of our Prime Minister.
Mr. Alagh,
you know, that's all.
Mr. Alagh, the problem is that we sometimes lack self-respect. I'm sorry to say this directly. Madhukar Jaitley, my question to you is,
you know, and I'm saying,
Mr. Jaitley,
for the moment,
Mr. Jaitley, 1 minute, Mr. Alagh, please. You see, Mr. Jaitley, where is your self-respect?
Yeah.
In 2005, right, when America decides to deny the visa to Modi, all the Samajwadi Party can think of, how can we use this politically? How can we use this to be one up on the BJP? You know, at no point of time do you think America is a hypocritical country. America is a duplicitous country. America has no business behaving with an elected chief minister like this. You know, you actually go and support, you tom-tom the fact that look here, he's not got a visa. I want to ask you, by the same logic, why don't you ask that why is Akhilesh Yadav not been boycotted by the Americans? Who was in charge when the Muzaffarnagar riots broke out? How come America does not take a position on Muzaffarnagar riots? How come America does not take a position on the 1984 riots? How come America only took a position on the Gujarat riots? So this hypocrisy that you have exhibited, Mr. Madhukar Jaitley, not you personally but your party, I'm sure you feel extremely sorry about it today. Maybe you would like to apologize to the people of this country watching the program for the way in which you derived political mileage out of a situation such as the ban on Narendra Modi by America in 2005.
Apologize at least to the people of Gujarat.
First of all, Arnab, let me tell you.
Well, he'll reply for himself.
First of all, let me tell you, Arnab.
Yeah.
That thank you very much for at least remembering me at the end of the day. At the end of the debate. Yeah, you know, the point which I am trying to drive home is today is that nothing unusual has happened since the 2002 Godar riots took place. The SIT, which was formed under the directions of the Supreme Court, has submitted its report, and on the basis of that SIT report, a magistrate has given an order which was passed on the 26th of December 2013, which all the people on your panel are trying to consider as a holy prayer. That actually is not the fact. The fact is that that order is further appealable, and it is going to be challenged further according to the report that have been received further.
Absolutely.
Now, with regard to the...
Sir, why did you do politics over it? Why did you do politics over it?
Yeah.
Why did your party use it? Why don't you march outside the American embassy and say today that I demand that equal treatment be given to Akhilesh Yadav, that Akhilesh Yadav should not be allowed into America as well?
Akhilesh Yadav has not been proved guilty.
Correct.
Akhilesh Yadav has not been tried by anything, and the matter
and Mr. Modi has been found guilty already, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So Mr. Modi has been found guilty according to you already. Well done. Well done.
Was Mr. Modi found guilty in 2005 when the ban was put?
Nanavati Commission has not submitted its
Was he
report.
found guilty?
Was Modi found guilty in 2005?
Mr. Jaitley, Mr. Jaitley, know your know that the order stands has reversed and the order has dismissed the complaint.
Arnab, where is the Godra Commission report?
The order has dismissed the complaint and that order stands unless it is reversed.
No. Justice Shah died in 2008 and there was a sting operation.
Okay, I am also curious.
Mehta, and he was trying to influence the witnesses.
I am curious, why is the Prime Minister quiet?
He was influencing.
Where is the Prime Minister today? I began by saying the default mode of the Prime Minister is silence. But why is the Prime Minister quiet today? The Prime Minister in 2005, Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. The Prime Minister said in 2005, this is not a matter of partisan politics. He said this is rather a matter over a point of principle. I am asking you today, 3 months before he gives up his Prime Ministership, where is Manmohan Singh's principle?
Don't ask somebody who is not...
Where is Manmohan Singh's principle? Why is he quiet today, Sanjay Jha? Why is he not taking a non-partisan position on it?
No, let me answer your question.
No, why isn't he asking these questions?
No. Your panelists talked of respect.
Answer the question what I asked you about the Prime Minister.
Narendra Modi. I'm answering your question. Here is the BJP's prime ministerial candidate who does not have respect for 140 million fellow Indians because they belong to another minority community. That is the shame of India. Does he have respect for fellow Indians?
That is
4,000 people who died in Gujarat. Not members of the minority community. They were Indians. They were Indians who died.
Mr. Jha,
they were Indians who died.
Not a representative of those 140
Please understand, there were people.
Some of them have voted for the BJP.
They were.
And kicked your party out of Gujarat.
They were in the census of India.
3 times.
They were in the census of India.
Don't take these stupid statements.
They have a census of India. They have an Aadhaar card in India. 140 million people have an Aadhaar card in India. And this prime ministerial candidate has no respect for 140 million people.
I want to make one essential point.
What's a Pavan Verma?
Who fight for India?
Do we admit?
Who play cricket for India?
Does this panel admit?
This is the disrespect that Mr. Modi has. Let us not use the word respect.
You understand, Sanjay?
That is the truth that we need to debate on
Mr. Jha, can I tell you one?
Can I come in now?
Mr. Jha, can I tell you
one simple point I want to make?
Mr.
Jha, you represent a party which brought emergency.
You see, Mr. Jha, what you are doing?
Comment on it.